There flies. Welcome to Get Ready for the Day 13, where we do head to toe, get the blood flowing, get the blood moving, so face to day to the floor, wake our life. And we always dance at the end of it, even though this is beginner routine, simple for everybody, even if you've never done anything like this before. And today we are going to wrap up on our Shabbos. So for now, we are going to we're going to move on to another style. So we'll be dancing that at the end. And so today I wanted to do again a quick warm up and then just repeat some of the exercises we've been doing throughout the past months when we've been working on our bachata. So if it's something you want to practice on your own, you've got a few things in one place, and then we'll dance a little and talk about what we're gonna do next. So, my there, guys, go to your feet to the floor. Make sure your whole foot is sections to the ground. And lay them out. And as you bring your arms up, think about bringing your elbows up first. And your elbow is driving the movements. And a little soft knees. Just a teeny tiny little bend with a little straighten them. Get them moving. Yes. Shaking them up. Getting back to neutral. We're going to do just a little tilt from side to side, right at the top of your neck. Get yours into shoulder. Very small. And neutral. And shoulders up. And shoulders down. Shoulders up. Shoulders down. Shoulders up. Shoulders down. Down. Rolling forward. And roll back. Feeling chest being pulled up to the skies, roll back, flutter outside as you go back to your day. Every time you think of it, roll the shoulders back and pull your chest up to the sky so that muscle memory gets curved. All right, so now we're going to do our teeny tiny lifts. And this is also the exercise, so we'll repeat it at the end. And this can be very small, like we did before. Pulling up our shoulders can be little, just little kind of pulse. But we're going to do three in a row. Very quick. And one, two, three. And one, two, three. And one, two, three. And one, two, three. And four. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. So that's for isolations. So you're out dancing, you can your shoulders up and down, forward. And now I'm going to tilt from side to side. This is coming. The feeling is that the rib cage is at the top of the body. And then we're going to go a bit more. If you need to widen your base, press the sternum. And this next one, we're going to take over. If you need to hang on to something for balance, do that. Let's try to push on it. Try and just have it there. You know, like the unhinged emergencies. Yeah, so come on, try to lengthen that middle part. And slide. Stretch. And as you come out, try to lengthen the middle parts. And we're just gonna little twist in the middle. Try to keep your hips in place. And it's just a waist movement. This does not have to be a big movement. Doesn't matter if it's small, but you want to wrist right and left prayer. Fast today, so we can get to our chat party. middle. And let's go right into 4. For those of you new here, start 3. But we have been doing 16 of these, and you want to maneuver the cram. But as you come up, you want to take this middle part. And want to feel like it's lengthening and making you taller. So each time you stand up, this middle part is going to be feeling like stretching out. I like to use my hands there, and that's just so my body feels a little bit better. Okay, and class. And 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6. And then each time as you come up, and 7, 8, and 9, 10. Almost there now, guys. Enjoy. So 14, and lengthening. 15, lengthen awesome. And 16. Sharp flies. Leaning back, looking at the sky and stretching out. Just looking. Let's go to it. So here's a good place to hold on to something just for reference. You can put one leg behind you, keep that leg straight, depending on what you're doing this. Your leg may be closer to the front leg or farther away. Middle ears. Stretch out. Bring it up to the middle. Knees. Bye, Anthony. Thank you. Just this one out. And keep it there. Let's get back out to the knees. And we're going to do the exercise. So here you want to pretend balancing something in your head. So you're only going straight up and down. So you don't want to lean forward or in another direction. You want to keep your head straight. But before you start to move your legs, and tighten up your legs, engage them. And you're going to send your knees right over your toes. So you may need to adjust your stance because we're all different body types. So as you bend, that your knees are going off in a wonky direction. So what I mean by that is that they are going somewhere that's not straight because our knees, we need to keep them aligned, keep them from getting injured. And as we come up, instead of coming up, you're going to push the ground away from you. Standing up your legs, knees going over your toes and pushing around the leg. Legs tight, over your toes. Step onto your head. Legs tight, knees going over your toes. Pushing around away from your legs. Knees going over the toes. Pushing around the leg. Legs tight, knees going over the toes. Pushing around away. Legs tight, knees going over the toes. And pushing around away from you. And legs. And onto something again. Little exercises for our feet. And taking your square here and then taking that over and stacking our leg. And raise the lower heel. Just here. Let's even. And onto something here. Balance, safety. And keeping leg again under that leg. You're going to iron the floor. You're going to take a little bit. You're going to you're ironing the floor with it, pushing the floor until you can't anymore, and then your toes, the balls of your feet are going to iron the floor, and then your rest your toes. Or same exercise in the reverse. And again, iron the floor. Your heels to come up. Sliding the first of your toes. And come back in. And the same thing to the side. The slide to the side. You can't have fun. You want to iron it with your toes. This one's in here. Lean back in. And sliding back out. And then you take your right. Shift to the bigger leg. And the same thing on this side. And forward. And it comes in. Twist your toes. Iron it around. So twist your toes. And side and forward. And sliding all the time. And back to our arms. Closing your hands. Down. It's coming up. Putting that head up here. And lift up our elbows as much as you can. Do that thing. And holding this elbows back. And just side to side. And laying them down. Rotating. Down. And so at this point, we'll begin to start with some of our dance exercises. So this one is very relevant. So you're going to make your arms into a very little piece of weenie, just beginning. And you want to feel as if there's no muscles in them at all, and bones. And then join forward and lift up your elbows right in the middle. First together and drops them again. And lifting up and dropping. So everything is soft, but the elbow is lifting up. And it doesn't have to be very high again. You just want to feel those elbows working. Because in Latin social dance, we do an awful lot with our elbows. That's what's usually your body movements. It is instead of our hands, it's our elbows. So that is one of the exercises if you want to continue along this path. This something you would practice is bringing those elbows up. So a lot of what we've done here for both our merengue, which we did before bachata, the steps to merengue are just walking. So that's always a good one. If you haven't danced before, at the end of every line, we break down the bar technique. But one of the things we've been doing is trying to move our body right over our feet. So instead of, for example, walking heel to toe, so I'm going to walk heel to toe, and then my body's going to go over my toe. It's going to have a little delay getting under my toe. We've been walking like ice skaters, except ice skaters lean a little bit forward, but their weight has to be right where the leg or they could fall down. But we're going to try to stay straight. And we're going to take a little step, try to get our bodies right over our feet. You don't have to lift up that right foot, but you just want to feel like your weight is over your feet. So that's another exercise we did to shift our body weight with our leg. So it's right around the middle and right over and right over. And to that same end, especially for bachata, we've had ourselves straighten up. You want to feel like you're straight forward, so you don't want to bend, so wiggle, and instead of falling to the side, and you can catch yourself with your feet. Yeah, and you can keep going that side, the other way, and follow, catch yourself with your feet. And lean over, catch yourself with your foot, and catch yourself with your foot. And that's the feeling that you want to reach out. Right over your foot. Although we're doing with our rib cage here. Another exercise we did was our zombie walk. So the zombie walk, if you've ever seen a zombie, Yeah. Hi, Sony. Hi, good morning. So they go kind of with one side all together. So that's another exercise we've done. We've been practicing with our whole side all together. So this also becomes little, but for this one, again, it's getting the weight right over the thing as you say. And that's when we also brought it to again taking that step. And this is like the one where you fell onto it, but this time you just kind of bring your rib cage over it, leaving your head behind. Maybe that's good work. Movement first. So if you bend your knees a little to get a bigger range of movement, your shoulders are going to stay in place. And so your feet, and the feeling is going to be like this whole lower body is going to swing like a bell. So it's not just your hips. You don't want just this. It's a little deceptive because it looks like that's what we're doing when we dance. It's really this whole lower body. And it's just going to swing from side to side. Or if you like some, just pulling up your back. And you go down and middle and up and down. So your knees are bending a little bit more in the middle. Make your smile. And that is your hip movement. So if you want to do your Java basic, your hip movement, you're going to be, again, pulling up that foot, but it's going to be with your rib cage. It's going to be like your hips are being left behind. And then your it's going to be this way, this way, this way. And it's in here. And here we don't want a little swing because we're going to tap our foot. If you want, you can push into the ground and let that in. Then we're going to be finding the rib cage goes out of our foot. It squeeze out. And then as the foot comes in, it's going to transfer here. It goes out in the direction, rolling out of it. And tap. Cage, just walking, swinging, occasionally. So I'm going in the direction, cage goes. Swing, and swing, and tap. So another thing we talked about is our square, which is our shoulders and our hips. On the square, these are the four corners. And anything that involves balance or lifting a leg. So if I want to lift a leg, it's gonna be hard to do if my weight's on it, right? So what I want to do if I want to lift a leg is take that square and it's like I'm sliding across a flat table so it's over, stacked over one leg, and that frees up this leg, take a step, or do whatever it is that I'm going to do with this leg. That's shifting it across the flat surface to the side of the previous leg. A good exercise is just to practice shifting your weight back and forth, keeping the square sliding in the flat surface from side to side. And come back out. So we've done an arm movement where we raise up one arm, then we drop to our head, and this one we want to tuck our elbow in here. And I'm feeling like you have a weight in your elbow, so that elbow is going to hit spring for the ground. So once it's here, you want to push your body as soon as possible. And brush it off. If you do it quickly, it's going to look like this. This one we do a lot in salsa, bachata, merengue, all from that social dances. And yes, after that, drop it to your head with one elbow, and exchange your breath with off your body. Alright, that's nice. So that's some exercises if you want to practice your body movement a little bit more, your bachata technique. And we're going to go over the steps that we've learned in bachata. We're going to just dance the song through and have a little fun with it. So it's so if you're new here and you want to break down the dance technique, the message is going to the older lives. The further back you go, the well, guess that you have to go a ways back to get to the start of when we started bachata. Before that's what I get. But there is a breakdown of everything we do here, of all the steps where we repeat it, and we talk about how it's done, so you do it correctly. So you can get all of the dance technique that we do here on this channel by going back to dance lives. And because as we learn each thing, we tend to go a little bit quicker because we want to get to the point where we do a little dance at the end of each. And I usually do it with my back to you because it's easier to follow that way. So that's pretty good today because we do have many new people here. So we want to just repeat it as much as possible. I'll start stepping the left foot. And there's so many things to think about at once, but later on, if you're practicing, I want you to think about shifting that weight with your body. But right now, we're not that. We're just gonna worry about the steps. So we're stepping left together, left tap right and right together, right tap left, left together, left tap right, right together, right tap left. That's a little basic, and that's what you use your turn saying. It's like help. And keep your steps small for advice. Taking big steps is going to make you slower, and it's harder to get your weight over. If you're taking very big steps, getting your body weight over is going to be difficult. But if you keep them very small, you should be right over the foot you're stepping on, and also get that. And we also do forward and backwards. So it's just 3 little steps. 1, 2, 3, and tap. And the same that we tapped on, we're going to step backwards. 5, 6, 7, and tap. 1, 2, 3, tap, and 5, 6, 7, and tap. So here the legs are just stepping back together. And also done step tap, or just go from side to side, step tapping. And just done a little step where we just shift the weight from side to side. Doing a little bounce there you can. It's kind of like you're throwing weight from one side to the other, steady pushing the ground, throwing, so you're standing this a little bit more. That's it. And we've also done a turn. So the turns are something we've been prepared for a long time. This is a stepping turn. So you're not spinning, you're not spinning on one foot. You're just stepping in a circle. So it's gonna just be steps, but it's something you might want to go back and review too. So what you want to think about is keeping your square square. So you're not gonna go like this or like this. And this leg is gonna come with your square. And you're just gonna be stepping in a circle. Step and step and step and tap. And if you're a little tremor, it's good. Keeping your square step and step and step and tap. Important to always step to the front. Sometimes there's a temptation to take a foot and step to the back. That can throw your balance off. We don't do that. So it's really like walking in a little circle, and then you're making that circle smaller and smaller. And this here's your stepping turn. And stepping turns are great because they're much safer than a pivot, and also you can stand the music. So if you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're pivoting, you have to be careful about when you put your foot down. Make sure you're on the right count. But if you're stepping that turn, you're doing your 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're right on the music. So that's what we've been doing. We've been doing upper basics. So we step together, step, and again ready. You go, and you go square, and square, square, and tap. And here in the turner, we've been doing full basic. And again, ready. So we're going 1, 2, 3, tap, 4, and finish your full basic. And we've been standing still to do our arms, or if you want, you can do a little bit of studying the music. Bring it up, down. That's what it is. Make that from side to side. And here, you want to kind of push your ribcage a little bit from side to side. Remember where your elbows are. All right, my fireflies, I'm going to call this out. I'm going to start with my back to you, maybe I'll take right in the middle, but just since you take a roll that way, just keep doing as we do. And with music, don't worry, just keep stepping. One thing is just to keep going. Always that's just like so, very hard to It's ready. The next one we're going to do, we didn't do your just something we need to yeah, right. That's something of course. Nice. Oh, flies, great. That was China. We're sure to that at some point, but we are going to take the break from rap dance. I was going to move on to salsa, but then I thought, well, what if we move on to something that is super fun? You can do in your own or in a group. It's just really great dances. It's line dancing. So line dancing, I say it's done solo. So you don't need a partner, and usually it's just people get together and they'll learn something on the spot, or they'll learn it first and come to whatever it is. But you can also do it at home and have loads of fun just learning it. And they're all very doable steps, so we are going to be starting that and breaking down the steps. So if one day you want to go out social dancing, maybe meet some people or just have fun. That's something you can do. And as always, if you want to do it at home, that's a great place to do it and have fun. All right, my butterflies, thank you so much for being here. And I'm looking forward to next week when they start financing, different kind of music, different style, but some of the same concepts that It's important where you put your weight. So we'll be talking more about that. And we'll start right from the beginning, breaking everything down. All right, my butterflies, thank you so much for being here, for traveling this road together and supporting each other on this journey. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. So much appreciated. And we'll be seeing you very soon. We'll be hopping right back after the intermediate. Love to you all there, guys. Bye bye.